I'm working on the biggest project of my entire life. Look at this picture. This is me when I left the United States for the first time. Yeah, I know it's super low res. Digital cameras were awkwardly bad in 2005. This first trip abroad for me was to Mexico.
I'm so excited, I can't even get over it.
I was 17 years old and I was really into parkour for some reason. A year later, I saved up all I could and I left again on another trip. Paris, London, Wales. On this trip, while I was atop a castle ruin in Wales, it was actually at this very moment, right here, making this awkward teenager face, something clicked in my brain. Hold on. This is it. My journal from 2007. Everything is so different. My eyes feel open. Really? Man, that's like very cliche. My eyes feel open?
And here I am, halfway across the whole freaking world.
And then I ended up drawing what looks like a poorly drawn caveman painting that represents what I was feeling. I wasn't sure who I was or what I believed or what I was going to be doing in 5 years or what I wanted to be when I grew up. But in that moment, this moment, here making this awkward grin on the top of a castle ruin in Wales by myself, I felt sure of one thing, which you can see in my little drawing. I was positive that my future would include me getting on airplanes and exploring this planet. And that's what happened. I got married and suddenly I had a travel companion. And then I had kids and suddenly I had 2 or 3 travel companions. Okay, so why am I telling you all of this stories and kind of this background? Well, because it has a lot to do with what I do today and my career and this big giant thing I want to tell you about. I've made a career out of going to places and trying to understand them and trying to communicate that story of that place to a lot of people. And one of my major goals is to help people feel empowered to travel for themselves and to go to a place and feel more informed and more connected with the place. So today I'm announcing that we are launching a company. It's the biggest thing I've ever done and it's called Bright Trips. Bright Trip is a platform, a video-based platform where you can take travel courses. Don't know what a travel course is? That's because they didn't exist and then we invented them and now they do. Think of Bright Trip courses as like explainer videos with animation and tons of video and explanation, but that are geared towards helping you prepare for your next trip. So if you're going to, say, Tokyo, you might enroll in a course that teaches you about ramen, its history, what makes a good bowl of ramen, and how to actually eat ramen when you're in Tokyo. That's a real example. There's actually a course on that. In a Bright Trip course, you get a healthy dose of history and context surrounding a place, but then you also get practical tips on how to take on a city or how to road trip through a certain place or how to order high-end sushi. These are all examples from one of our pilot courses about Tokyo, which is hours of content that we have poured our efforts into to make it the most enlightening and empowering course possible. The goal of every course is to give you a rich visual learning experience so that these concepts about a place will really sink in. And we use a lot of beautiful footage, but we also use animation to do this. Bright Trip courses aren't just about places like Tokyo, they're also about concepts and techniques like how to travel with kids or how to document your trip. This is all video-based learning that you can take at your own pace whenever you want after you buy the course. With every course, you also get a PDF guide that's kind of like a summary or a cheat sheet of what we cover in the course. And for location courses, you also get a map that tells you everywhere we went so that you can follow along and choose to replicate our itinerary if you want to. But these courses are not to tell you to do a certain itinerary, to go to a certain place. It's to empower you with knowledge about a place so that when you get there, you can spend time experiencing it and not just learning how to get around. We're also developing a course series about advanced travel filmmaking, the professional thing that we do for our careers, going around and telling stories in different countries. We've started with camera fundamentals, which is how to understand a camera, which you can check out in the catalog. But eventually this will be several courses that teach you every aspect of travel filmmaking. We basically take everything we know about this industry and about this career and try to put it into these courses. So this launches today. It's launched, it's live, brighttrip.com. Go check out the catalog and see if any of these courses are helpful to you as you think about your next trip. And these are just our first courses. It's a lot of content, but we want this to be a big catalog full of tons of different courses. I've always operated with feedback from you all, and that has informed my work forever, and this is no different. So tell me what kind of course you want. Maybe it's a place, maybe it's a technique. What kind of course do you want in travel? So that's it. I'm kind of nervous. This is kind of the biggest thing I've ever done in terms of launching something huge. I'm about to actually get on a flight to Portland to go see my family. So I hope you like Bright Trip. See ya.